Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to some Hold My Beer. We have two replays for you today. We have the Vickers and we have the Tier 8 Borsig. Yes, we are dropping down a few tiers. So the Vickers, driven by Lauro. Obviously, the Vickers is not played as much now thanks to the T100 Lite, but the Vickers is still an absolutely brilliant tank, as Lauro is about to show. So on Rockfield, they have gone to the left side. Now, this is the ultimate spot, ultimate position to spot the team. And so far, no one has been spotted. So, does that mean that the enemy have gone to the right side? Because normally you would have spotted some tanks by now. But nope, it doesn't mean that at all. And Lauro has now spotted the 60 TP and a few other tanks. But if you look at the minimap, there are also tanks on the right side. So when you get into this position is good for a hold down tank. A hold down tank with good gun depression and a good turret. But you do have to pay attention to that right side because they have a free shot on you. Now, he gets lucky here with the FV4005, switching up to the HE, but of course they are running the spool liner, so it's not doing as much damage as they would hoped for. But the FV is still getting ripped apart. So there goes the grill, the first tank down just over a minute, and there goes the E50M. So a good tank to clear, but with the grill going as well, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunately a big gun cleared as well. So as you can see, there are still a few tanks over that right side. You've got the AMX50B, you've got the E100, of course you've got the FV4005 as well. So they could theoretically, they could push to the left side. Now, no idea why this bat chat went on a full YOLO run. Focusing Lauro here. Of course, okay, focus Lauro. He's the best target to go for. Easiest target, no armor. Well, not much armor, but no idea what that bat chat was doing. And there is also an IS-7 over there as well. So, yeah, the enemy are all over the place. They are literally everywhere. But that's... You could say that's like a noob move, but also it's annoying for the green team because everywhere you go, there's a freaking red tank. So you don't know where to go. You're looking around thinking, where do I go? What tank do I go for? Because they're just everywhere. And it gets annoying when the enemy tanks are like how they are this game. Now, of course, they could rush the 60 TP because he's pretty much isolated or alone this side of the map. And that is exactly what Lauro is doing. Of course, has to be careful of that E100 up there and has to be careful of any flanking tanks that are coming from behind. So far 4.4k damage done, a very decent job, good amount of damage so far, but there is still a lot of damage left to do. There's a lot of damage left up for grabs. Now he's going to stay here. He does have the Grandwagen for a bit of cover. The AMX50B is now on a full magazine reload. However, the team are falling apart. It is now a 3 versus 5. Lauro has still got roughly half the hit points left, and they're going to stay and deal with the AMX50B. Great choice, but unfortunately they get a bounce. The first shot is a bounce, but the second shot is going to go in and for the kill to bring it now down to a 3 versus 4. So the Grandwagen, as you can see, is still here. Nice shot there onto the back chat, brings him down to a 1 shot. Now ignore the IS-7, exactly what Lauro is doing. Go for the back chat, clear the back chat, and then you can focus the IS-7 and help the Grandwagen. So still 1100 hit points left, 6100 damage. Of course, the IS-7 is going to deal with the Grandwagen. I love the fact that Lauro isn't just looking at the IS-7, he's looking around as well to see the tanks behind, to see where they are, where they're looking. And I love the use of the HE as well. Not afraid to use some HE, but alone against 3 tanks now. 7k damage. He is going to take care of the IS-7 to bring it down to a 1 versus 2. However, the 60 TP is a 1 shot, but the E100 still has a lot of hit points remaining. So unfortunate bounce there. Could have really dealt with could have really done with taking that 60 TP out, but don't have time. There is no time. They need Lauro needs to run away, needs to relocate, and more importantly needs to split these tanks up. Love the fake there pretending to go right, resetting the camo, and then going back to the left side. You see it often. You see a lot of people doing that, but the 60 TP did not fall for it, but unfortunately the E100 did, and the 60 TP was left alone, and Lauro takes out that guy to now bring it down to a 1 versus 1, but a one-shot. He's a one-shot against the 1700 hit points E100, and with only 2 minutes left on the clock. This is not going to be easy. One shot is all it is going to take for this E100 to be able to clear Lauro. Now you can see Lauro trying to get these shots off. Of course, they want to get the shots. They want to get the damage in. And they want to get the bait in as well. If he can bait a shot, then the E100 will be on a long reload, and that's exactly pretty much what happens. And now, because of the position of the E100, Lauro in his light tank, with the mobility of the tank, is now just completely farming this E100. Now the E100 could have just reversed. Now the E100 is reversing. That's what he should have done straight away. But of course, being in a light tank like this, there's not really too much the E100 can do, and Lauro really gets away with that thanks to the E100's mistake. With just 1 minute left on the clock, Lauro gets the kill. Very, very good game there. Well played by Lauro, and a nice 9,232 damage with 5 kills and a well-deserved ace. So it's good to see the Vickers out there still doing some damage. T100, you're not there. You're not going to get away with being the best light for much longer, because the Vickers is still showing it is capable of doing big things. Next up, we're going to drop down a few tiers to the Borsig, the RHM Borsig. Now this is a tank that I really don't enjoy. I enjoy the waffle and I enjoy the grill, but I really don't enjoy the Borsig. I don't know what it is about the Borsig. It's got a good pen, it's got decent speed, the heat pen is really good, but there's just something about the Borsig that I don't like. And maybe it's low to the ground, very low to the ground. It's got literally 0 armor, and the gun, well, the gun's it's okay. It can still do big things, as we are going to see here. So Black Goldville, of course, I don't mind this map. This map's not too bad. Lately, you've been seeing a lot of the games played on the left side, but before, every game was always played up by the caves, and that's where everyone says that you should go. So you can see here, some have gone to the right side, some have gone to the left side. So that now just leaves our guy here in the Borsig like wondering what to do. Do I go left? Do I go right? Fuck it, I'm just going to sit in the middle here and wait. See if I can farm some damage from far back. And hopefully no one pushes the middle, because if someone pushes the middle, then the Borsig is going to be the first option. It's the easiest target, and yeah, it's juicy. It is absolutely juicy. So the first tank, the experimental up there, has been spotted. So you can see our guy is trying to relocate, and now a few other tanks have been spotted. So this is, considering where the enemy are, this is a decent position. He can help the team from the left, and he can help the team from the right. Now that is a juicy target there. Does get a shot off, but unfortunately only is 300 damage. But still, 300 damage is better than nothing. For that shot, I'm surprised it even hit. So still don't know where to go. Do I go right? Do I go left? So he's just going to still push the middle here. He's going to push the middle because he has a lot of options. If he pushes the middle, he has so many options to go for. And when you're in a Borsig, you need to make sure you hit your targets, because yeah, the DPM isn't great. And it could deal a big massive damage into the enemy team. It can take a lot of their hit points off, and it's capable of ammo-racking a few tanks as well. So there is the T49. Goodbye T49. Failed the first shot, did not fail the second shot, and that is 1 tank down for the enemy. But you can see the green team falling apart now. It's a 4 versus 6 now. Our guy has decided to push to the right side, where there is only 1 tank. And can they get another juicy HE shot? Yes, they can. 911 damage into that experimental, bringing him down to now a 1 shot. So that is actually a really big help. So got a higher roll loaded now, so it's still doable. It's still doable. There goes the Yag Tiger 8.8, good tank to get rid of, and now it's looking even more doable because there's a couple of one shots out there. There's the Leopard PTA gone, and now it's the whole game has changed. It is a 4 versus 3 now, a 3 versus 3, but the team are quite low hit points, and that was a very unfortunate miss there on the Borsig. Very, very unfortunate. That would have been a one shot there if they cleared the Borsig, but nope. There goes the 50 TP. So it is again now the enemy's the enemy's game to win. But of course, another beautiful HE shot to clear the enemy Borsig. So now it is a 2 versus 2. The T49 and the Borsig versus these two heavy tanks. So this isn't going to be easy because they still have some hit points. Needs to get that shot into the 53 TP. Does just that, but of course he is spotted, so he needs to get out of the way. Although he's still full hit points, a couple of one shot each from these two heavy tanks, that hit points will be put down massively. So still, even in a 2 versus 2, you still need to save your hit points in a Borsig, because there's the Emil, and the Emil is full hit points. That again was an absolutely brilliant shot, amazing shot there into that Emil, and there goes the T49. So they bring it down to a 1 versus 2. A 1 versus 2 in a Borsig isn't the best of situations to be in. Switches to the heat there, gets a nice pen and a nice high roll into the Emil, and now he's going to run away. He's going to relocate, and just like I said in the first game, what he needs to do is separate these two guys, separate them, make sure they're not running together, and making sure that if they are far enough apart, so he can attack a tank without the other tank getting that shot off. So that was a nice shot there into the 53 TP. 6,100 damage now. The 53 TP is a one shot, so that has to be the main target. He has to go for that 53 TP. But of course, he still wants to separate these guys. And again, he's going to switch to the HE, and he is going to clear the 53 TP to now bring it down to a 1 versus 1. And now anything is possible. Has to reload before he spots the Emil, of course, because the Emil can still clear the Borsig with 1 magazine. Shooting HE, he can still clear this Borsig with 1 magazine. But if he gets 1 miss, then it is pretty much game over for this Emil. And now he's got these crates here, these containers here for a bit of cover whilst he's on a reload, and he's going to reload, and he's got the HE loaded because HE is all it's going to take. Yes, he's going to take that shot there. He is now a one shot. The Emil is a one shot. He's going to come out and splash him with HE to finish the job. Very, very good game there in the Borsig. Almost 7,000 damage, 6,939 damage. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm meadsyreplays, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.